I personally became convinced that dogs sense danger and warn people about it. It happened a week ago. After work, I first ran home, and then was already thinking about going to pick up my daughter from kindergarten and my son from his grandfather, my dad, who works at school. Therefore, my first grader, since there is no after-school program, stays with him. But before going, I could not deny myself the pleasure of drinking a cup of tea, in silence and peace. But I did not see silence. As soon as I sat down at the table, dogs began to howl in the yard. Howling, not barking, so drawn out, exciting, even goosebumps ran down my skin. Therefore, the thought immediately arose that something had happened. I went to the window and looked at what was happening there. 5 local street dogs were running around our square yard, which are not at all vicious. They ran from one side to the other, howling like emergency sirens. Are they catching them again? I thought to myself. After all, dogs can smell a car coming for their souls from afar. As it turned out, the dogs were indeed waiting for a car, but a different one, a fire truck. There was an incident in the neighboring house. I didn't see the fire, didn't smell the smoke, but thanks to the dog's warning, I went outside to find out what was going on. I'm not alone. I've read a lot about this, when pets were the first to discover the source of the fire and warn their owners about it, waking them up in the middle of the night, telling them that they or their neighbors were in danger. But a week ago, I was convinced of this myself, because the man's friends howled and rushed around the yard until the firefighters arrived. And it's true that the pack immediately dispersed as soon as the rescuers arrived. I went to pick up the children, lost in thought. This is how street dogs, which almost everyone hates, abuses and calls for capture, can save people, namely those who betrayed them. This is probably why I love animals more than people. When I returned home with the children, an ambulance was standing in the yard, and the fire was extinguished.